A very good morning to everybody. The youth of India is right here, the growth drivers of our Indian economy in the coming years. So I'm very pleased to be a part of this event today and be sharing my thoughts and my life stories with you all on this wonderful topic of care to create. Now you've heard I've been part of the IT corporate sector for over 15 years now. Now to the young minds out here, I feel that you are intrigued by this wonderful world of technology. So before I move on, I would like to briefly explain what exactly is the role of a technology advisor. A technology advisor, in very simple terms, advises its clients across businesses, across geographies, on the best suited technology solution for them. Now, in this statement, the most important word that I highlighted is for them. Why? Now, imagine there is an oil exploration company, which is Cairns India, right here in Barmer. It is looking at a technology solution which can help them cut down their cost or increase their efficiency or, in simple words, increase their profits. Okay? And in an interaction with another executive of JSW, another big company out here, they get to know that JSW has recently implemented a technology solution which has really helped them drive their profits. Can the Cairns India executive adopt that technology solution directly? No, they cannot, because the two of them are totally different industries with different requirements. Now here is the role of technology advisor. The technology advisor would come and create a solution suited to the requirements of Cairns India. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today, is the journey of creation in the world of technology and beyond. Now, just think about it. This creation journey, where did it stem from? It came out from the simple space of care. Care for the requirements of Cairns India. Care for their business process. Care for their vision. And that exactly, my friends, is the journey in a business world, in a technology world, from care to create. I am a consultant, you know, and to me, the C's of consulting are very dear. In this context, I've literally molded my C's of consulting, the first and second one being the care and the create. Now, is this valid only for the technology world? Or is this valid only for the business world? No, not really. It is for everybody's everyday, day-to-day life. Now, you heard that in addition to my corporate duties, I also chair the Family Welfare Organization under the prestigious AWA, which we call the Army Women Welfare Association. As part of that, I'm responsible for over 500 Army personnel families, their well-being, their health, education, empowerment, documentation, and quite a lot. So one fine day, me along with my team, we were brainstorming. How can we empower our Army women who are excellent at a lot of skills? They are great at their culinary skills. They are awesome designers. These days, they are great educators. But the only problem, they have to move their homes every couple of years. So anything, any permanent establishment, if they want to build to encash their skills, is just not working. Because by the time it is established, it's time for them to move to the other location. So while we were brainstorming, I, being from the technology world, said, hey, this is technology world. Why not we use technology and build something wherein they can use their skills and instead encash them? And that's where we came up with this idea of putting all of their skills on the cloud. Now, why on cloud? You know, your pictures are on cloud right now. Everybody's database is on cloud. So why not they use cloud to build a life journey for themselves? And that's where we started with this idea of building a cloud kitchen. That is our first step. Cloud kitchen, if you don't know, so it's similar to what Zomato or Swiggy are doing, right? So our army women can register themselves on Swiggy, Zomato, wherever they are. When they move, they carry with them their credentials and they don't have to start afresh. So that's where, my friends, how a simple feeling of care and empathy for our army women, bridged along with technology, created a livelihood for them, created a better life, created a better perspective to a lot of army women. And that's where I talk about the care to create journey in our day-to-day life as well. Now, since we've spoken about the 2 C's of consulting, moving on to my third C, which is the C of change. Now, you might have heard, change is inevitable. Change is the only constant in human life. Now, a lot of times, these sayings or these words make me feel that, you know, are we really helpless in front of a change? Maybe, or maybe not. Because that's where my 4th C of consulting comes in, which is my C of choice. Every C of change gives you a C of choice. Choice of how you take that change. Choice of what you let that change make you. And choice of where you let that change take you. So my friends, whenever there is a change, uninvited change that comes into your life, look deeper. There is a choice waiting for you to exercise, wherein if you care for something, you can exercise your choice to create something for which you really, really care about. Now that's a very powerful line, and let me substantiate it with my life stories. There have been 2 major life-changing events in my life, and the choices that I made actually led to how and where I am today. The first one that I would like to quote here is that, you know, this girl got married to the army fraternity almost a decade back, more than that, right? While I had pride in my heart, I also had dreams in my head. Dream of proving myself in the technology world. I was already an IT professional, and I didn't want to leave that for anything. Now, the obvious question or the choices that came to me that were put in front of me, they said, prioritize. Choose one that you like the most or you prefer the most. But this girl was very determined that I cared for both equally. I didn't want to choose one over the other. So what was I left with? I was left with the choice of creation. Creation of something which could let me choose both the things that I cared for. And that's where we created, along with my organization and my HRs, we created a world wherein we could work remotely. Now, friends, to all of you post-COVID era, maybe remote work may sound as something which is very common, but mind it, it wasn't 10 years back. That time, it was very difficult for anybody to think that an IT professional who were majorly based out of the tier 1 cities, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi, to work from the Himalayas, or to be working from maybe the jungles of Northeast, or maybe working from the oceans. So it was a very difficult idea, but we put that through. We had courage, we had this idea, and my friends, an idea is just a thought in your head till the time it is implemented. So we had this idea in my mind, I had support, and we were determined to at least try it. And then we entered the cycle of creation. The cycle of creation starts with an idea, but it has to go through a lot of steps before it can easily be called like an implemented idea. So we took that journey of work from home. We had setbacks, we learned, and then we grew, we adapted. And that's where the remote work that you see now being used very profoundly by a lot of people was actually put in place. Well, to me, a lot of people in my peers call me as a pioneer of work from home. So that's where, if in case you really want to create, You impact not just your own life, you do impact or lay a path for lot many of them. So that's where, my friend, all I would like to conclude with is that in your life, no definitions, no facts, no figures can actually define you. It is only you and you who actually define yourself. So believe in this power of creation and keep creating, keep caring. Thank you.